Human Resource Planning or HRP is a continuous process of systematic planning ahead to achieve optimum use of an organization's most valuable asset, quality employees. Human resource planning ensures the best fit between employees and jobs while avoiding manpower shortage or surpluses. So the human resource planning models are gather information, forecast demand for human resource, forecast supply of human resource, plan and conduct needed programs, and lastly, obtain feedback on the planning process. Gather information is to gather from the external environment, which are the economy, technology like cell phones, TVs, and etc., competition, labor markets, and government regulations. And also, information within the organization, like long-range plans, short-range plans, current human resource, and rates of turnover and mobility. For the forecast demand for human resource, it is a demand forecasting, which is the process of estimating the future quantity and quality of people required. The basis of the forecast must be annual budget and long-term corporate plan, translated into activity levels for each function and department. Third, the forecast supply of human resource is a supply forecasting in the process of estimating availability of human resource, followed after demand for testing of human resource. Internal supply of human resource available by way of transfers, promotions, retired employees, and recall of laid-off employees, and etc. Fourth, plan and conduct needed programs like increase of reduced size of workforce, change skill mix, and develop managerial successors. Last, obtain feedback on the planning process. It is the feedback we simply mean asking questions to determine something you want to know. Most often, feedback is sought to determine how well people feel your organization is doing and also how important they believe the goals of your agency. Next is the external factors affecting HRP or human resource planning. The external factors impact on the supply of labor available to potential employers. External factors are things from outside an organization that is directly or indirectly influences it. The external factors affecting human resource planning are government legislation, international events, political changes, changes in social values, technological changes, educational levels of workers, job mobility factors, population shifts, economic cycles and conditions, and geographical concerns. Government legislation is a government factors that have an impact on human resource planning, and it is up to the government to adopt policies that might have an impact on human resource planning, and also it is a labor contracts for human resource in any organizations. Technological changes has impacted on the required employment skills and the nature of the employment. For example, new information and communication technologies or ICT allow more people to telework, work from home or work from the office. While the job mobility factors, it is an influence by the level of education and training. For the economic cycles and conditions, it has a significant impact related to the economic cycle. In a recession, wages fail and labor availability increases. While for the population shift, a change in the relative number on the different groups of individuals making a population. A geographical concern is a concern with many different topics: people, culture, politics, settlements, plants, landforms, and much more. It is also an areas of concern that arise due to the changes in both physical and human environments. For the changes in social values, it is a changes in human interactions and relationships that transform cultural and social institutions. These changes occur over time and often have profound and long-term consequences for a society or an organization. While the educational levels of workers,
is a people with higher levels of education that has a better job prospects. The difference is particularly marked between those who have attained upper secondary education and those who have not. To relate human resource planning in an organization, it can help small businesses with only several employees in a wide variety of ways, including maximizing productivity, controlling costs, meeting legal compliance responsibilities, and creating plans for workforce growth. Whether you create an in-house HR department or outsource the planning and execution of HR functions, you can obtain a significant return on your investment.